India, what is happening right now is people are still trying to figure out if they can do it as a full time, if they can like, probably like survive on something like a blogging, like what is blogging? Like even my parents for the longest time didn't know what I was doing. Like it took me 2 years to convince them.
Explain to them, yeah.
And taking them to multiple events, even though they didn't like, because for me, it was very important that my family knows what I'm doing.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you were talking about India, and I remember the question I wanted to ask, which I find funny as a comedian because I get trolled a lot on Instagram, on Facebook, whether it's the accent or something about IT or something about India, America. I said, we are notorious in India for one particular thing. And the good part about India is it's so cheap to get online that everybody is online. The bad part about India is everybody is online, right?
Yeah.
And I think any girl can agree, any guy, can agree even that if you just check your message request folder or you check your inbox that's unapproved. Yeah. So now that you've kind of streamlined, I assume a lot of females probably deal with this the second they move from kind of like just a social profile to this mix of fashion blogging and influencers. But, India is a place like any other country, but India, we're experts at judging and being judgmental and passing our own opinions on somebody who says something. It's funny, nobody ever complains. Like my neighbor could be BJP, I could be Congress, nobody cares. But online, it's a war.
Oh my God, it's a different ballgame. Yeah.
Or in Goa, nobody cares you're in the bikini, but on Instagram, they want to pass their opinion.
Yeah.
So do you deal with that? Have you dealt with that? How do you overcome that? Do you just ignore it? Do you see it as a sign that you actually are making an impression on people? So whatever is working, how does one in this field who wants to become a fashion blogger or a comedian or an entertainer kind of fight society's naysayers that are now so easy to see on social media?
So I'd say like it depends on how you want to take it on social media. Like I personally do not really interfere a lot in like public matters.
So you just, no, I don't mean politics. I'm saying like, for example, when Madhuri was here, she was saying, she kind of overnight went from 5K followers to like 80K followers because of her movie, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's at some wedding and she's wearing a sari and somebody's like, how could you show that skin or like whatever the hell.
No, like see, so like why I said like I don't really involve in public matters is because like I try my best to like stay away from getting into like, all these issues.
Confrontations.
Yeah, all these conflicts. But when you talk about like people getting involved in your personal life, like I don't think you can find a better example than me because like I'm from Kerala and like I remember one thing.
It's our professional expertise. Yeah.
I remember like one thing my mom asked me like, Ashti, like over years of blogging, like your clothes are just reducing. Like what is happening? So I was just like, Ma, it's not that way. Like, I mean, like there is a different way to look at it. Like fashion is art, like, so if you look at it that way, it's completely different because I'm not going to be wearing those outfits on a daily basis. But if I'm at a beach, I can't be wearing like a burqa.
Yeah.
It doesn't practically make sense. So I feel, I mean, if you are clear about like how you are dealing with things, it's very easy for you. I mean, you can shut them up like in the very beginning rather than entertaining it. Because I feel the more you give a leverage to people who involve like in dragging you to issues like this, if you give them attention, like they're gonna like just climb on that.
Of course.
Because I remember like a lot of people asking me like, you're from Kerala, what are you doing? I mean, this is not our culture. Like, like a lot of people, like it was really bad in the beginning, but initially it did affect me a lot. I was just like, man, like, I mean, my parents are also not interested in this. Like, even the public is talking some nonsense. But like, for me, it was all about, okay, I'm not doing anything wrong to anyone. I'm not harming anyone end of the day. So if you are shutting them in the very beginning, they know where to stand.
Of course. Yeah.
So,
and in India, especially, not just Kerala, but pan Desi culture across the board, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, whatever, is everyone is a critic until they're a supporter.
Yeah.
Meaning, oh, how could you quit engineering and do comedy or acting or fashion blogging? Oh, how could you show a bikini? Or how could you say that thing about Indian mothers or aunties, whatever, on stage?
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden you get 1 million fans or you start making good money. he's so brave and he was a pioneer.
This
and
has
da-da-da.
very well happened to me because, like, I'm not taking out names, but there have been people who have taken screenshots of my pictures and sent it to my parents. Okay,
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh my God, look at your daughter. What is she
Yeah.
doing?" and everything.
But that's something about them internally that's bothering them.
Yeah, like, and like my parents, only one concern for them. They were like, first of all, like any Indian parent, they were like, don't put up anything on Facebook, okay? Like the entire family.
Yeah.
You stay away from Facebook. Instagram
Yeah.
is your zone.
Yeah.
Then they're like, what is this Instagram? Also, like, I mean, we have family. I was just like, listen, Ma, Dad, you need to trust me. Like, you know, I'm going to show you where this can take me eventually.
Yeah.
Just one picture is not going to make any difference.
Yeah.
You know, it's, you just look at it in a different way. You understand. Like, it all depends on how you look at a situation or, like, you know, a subject. Like, it's based on that. So that's all I told them. And believe me, like, now 3 years later, my parents, like, they tell me that I'm so proud of where you are right now.
That's awesome.
Like, you know, and like that is success according to me. Okay, like, I mean, convincing something that I thought never could work out, and they're really happy with what I'm doing. So I have seen that if you look at things in a better and brighter way, it's going to, like, you know, work out for you. But if you're just gonna sit and worry about, like, how things are going around you, it's just gonna, like, put you down.